Hello, my name is Samantha Estrada. I'm a professor at the University of Texas at Tyler. This video is for the poster Drawing Normal Curves, a visual analysis to evaluate writing to learn assignments in an introductory statistics course in a sample of community college students. So here's my abstract. I'm just going to talk about it. So writing to learn is the idea of making students write in non-traditional courses where you have to write, like mathematics or statistics. Some authors, what they will do is they'll assign papers to the students to read articles and ask them to peer review the statistical content or the methodological content. Other authors will actually just ask them to write about a specific concept, like what is the normal curve, what is the Z-score. What I did in my study was I actually gave them 3 different articles or news pieces where they actually had to answer some questions like what are the independent, dependent, and confounding variables. Was the study an experimental study, observational study, or just survey research? They also had to talk about this type of sampling. They had to describe the inferential or descriptive statistics in those studies. So the consensus among the people that have used writing to learn assignments is that the understanding is deeper because it goes beyond a mechanical calculation or a process that students can just learn, like write a hypothesis, calculate a test value, then a conclusion. It asks them to think further than that. And it actually encouraged their creativity. That said, most of the research that's out there has been either done, and this is in general for the teaching statistics, most of the research is done in undergraduate college students. Some of it may be done in AP statistics classes for high school students, but overall, there's no research out there on community college students, which this study focuses on. Another thing is most of the research that exists is focused on the perspective of the teacher. How did I implement this? How did it work? But very few, if any, studies actually focus on the perspective of the student. So I asked, when I gave those 3 articles for the students to write about, and then I asked them to evaluate at the end of the semester after I had IRB approval. I asked them to evaluate the assignment. So I asked them 3 survey questions that they could respond in their Likert scale. They agree or disagree, or they liked or they didn't like. Then I asked them 2 open-ended questions where they actually had to write out their answers. And then the final answer was actually, draw me what you experienced when you were doing this assignments. So these are my findings. These are the results for the survey items. So the questions were very basic. How helpful were the writing assignments in learning statistical concepts and helping you write about statistics and helping you write about research? Here are the means. They're very close to 3.4, most of them. And you can see that these distributions, it's not perfectly normal. It's not that skewed, but you can see most of them liked doing this assignments. Then I went ahead and did a visual thematic analysis for the drawings and a thematic analysis for the qualitative responses, which are the open-ended questions. Thematic analysis is basically categorizing information. I see a same theme in their responses, a similar theme in their responses, and then I put it into a category. The only problem here is that I have to do it on the computer. I have to go through those themes and classify them. So the first thing was that they found it not helpful. And you can see the responses are very short. They're too easy, too little thought. If they were more challenging, they would like them more. They don't care to do them. They need development. And then here I have some drawings, and you can see they have question marks. They don't know what's going on. The next drawing is steam, frustration, puzzle eyes. They're upset. They're sad. So they definitely did not like them, the people that went into this category with their comments. One thing I have to say, the quotes are from different students, and the drawings are from different students. just for this category, because they didn't give me a lot. The people that did not like it, they would tell me through the Likert scale, and then they would leave the evaluation blank. Some people were neutral about it. They don't hate it. They don't really help me make a straight correlation of what's going on in the class with the written assignment. That's funny that they use the word correlation. At this point, neutral. I personally didn't grasp the first assignment. They're good up to a point. And you can see in their drawings, and this one, it is the same person, the same code, and the drawing comes from the same person. They actually gave me a little bit more information in their evaluation. You can see the confusion in their drawings, and then you can see the pattern. Some of them, when at the end of their drawing, they would be happy, or they would still be wondering what's going on for those assignments. And then there were the students that found it helpful. I told us to write the writing assignment. I really enjoy putting what I learned into words. I think the writing assignments help me know whether I understand the concept or not. You can see they have the same process in their drawings. They're confused, and then by the end of their drawing, they either heart the mean, I heart the population mean, or they have a little wording like stats understood, or they'll draw like the light bulb went off. Another student actually said it's a good creative way of applying the concept. And that actually resonates a lot with what the literature said. They wanted to encourage creativity, and that's actually what one of the students responded to. In conclusion, it was fun to do. If you want, it is a paper that it's under review, so if you actually want to read it, just send me an email.